welcome. I love doing these swing sessions. I am, secluded in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. The lovely associate teachers I have, some of them on screen here, are in Oakland and in San Francisco and in Los Angeles. It's lovely to have Penelope students join. And I'm thinking perhaps there are some of Lavinia's from the Yat-Bentley Center in London as well. Welcome. It's an interesting time. I mean, initially, right from the very start, to acknowledge the fact that we're all living a life in seclusion. And one of the things that I really love about doing these swings, and I'm doing them for my students 3 times a week, is the swings give us a sense of expansion, take us beyond the corridors of our rooms, take us out of the pockets of ourselves and allow us to really go and experience our bodies again, which obviously we have to do as actors, as violinists, as painters, as writers. So what we're going to do today is just want to introduce you to some of the swings. Now, what I want to make very clear are the swings is not the work. The work is actually dealing from Yat Malmgren, from the Drama Center, and how we've developed it over the years. The work is actually character transformation, where we're able to contact and connect with various centers and reservoirs in ourselves and mix them around and find the new portals of being able to experience the world and create characters that are utterly believable, but also unrecognizable. And that's beautiful. And I think in this day and age, we look at politics, we look at the world, we look at the climate, we look at where we are in history. It is very important that we're able to experience the world through other people's eyes, but those eyes have to be in us. Those lenses need to be in us. And therefore, we have a lot of beautiful work to do in terms of saying, what is this in us? What is this instrument? We use maybe 10% of our instrument. But if we can open up and we can actually experience and reveal character and worlds that are unfamiliar to us, but that can belong to us and come from us, then we are actually communicating. We are communicating under language. We are communicating beyond borders and all this ridiculous patriotism. We're creating a world, the world of the artist, where the artist goes into the unknown, where the artist challenges, where the artist takes us in great length to a feeling of possibility and hope and in health. And one of the things I always say to my students is the artist needs to be one of the healthiest people in society. So we start with swings. What do we do with the swings? The swings is not a warm-up, it's a tune-up. The swings allow us to experience our bodies and hopefully open up some of those reservoirs. The swings can free the knots that we carry around with us all our lives. The swings can take us to unused portals of ourselves, and when we do that, we're able to take that and create character. Most importantly, the swings will free us. It's what we call free flow. Those people who work with Penelope, who work with Lavinia, all these people, free flow. What is free flow? Free flow is beautiful. Free flow is the movement of emotion. The premise of everything that we do is that everything is revealed in movement. You could see me talking to you, trying to find the thought. My thought is revealed in movement. My sensuality and my sensing is revealed in movement. Your thought is revealed in movement. Our history is revealed in movement. Our memory is revealed in movement. Our emotion is revealed in movement. Our deciding is revealed in movement. Everything, guess what? Everything. And as an artist, we know that's there and we need to find that. And if that is the case, if everything is revealed in movement, then through movement, sometimes we can open up things inside of ourselves, inside of our beings, and experience things differently. So emotion, how is emotion revealed in movement? It's that wonderful viscosity of liquid which goes through. You can be quiet. But that's where it is, and that's what we're going to do today. Basically concentrate on freeing our flow, freeing our movement. You are amazing. There's nothing wrong with looking at yourself as being an extraordinary instrument. It is not the least bit self-indulgent that some people feel. If you don't use it, it is, but you're incredible. And you could spend a lifetime finding all those different notes within the instrument of who you are. And what could be better than that? I mean, you can rely on career, you can rely on success, but most great artists rely on the continual curiosity and the need to grow and discover and to serve. Okay, so here we are. Tom's living room in Saskatoon. I actually live in Alameda, but here we are in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Home of Joni Mitchell, home of a lot of theaters, home of a lot of Canadian artists. First place that had universal health care. Just stand in your bodies. Stand in the stillness of yourself. Stand in your breath. Close your eyes. Give over to your body. Give over to the movement inside of your body. What is the movement of your heartbeat? What is the movement of your breath? What is your body telling you today? What is so key for the artist is you start from where you are. You do not have to pretend to be anything else. That is dull, boring, and dishonest. Where are you? What are you? Today, what are you? Where are you? How do you feel? What is the sensation that you have standing in space, watching and listening to this crazy guy from Saskatoon? What is your feeling? What is the sensation? What is your body telling you? Not in words, but in sensation. And your breath. Where are you? When are you? Why are you? Now you are huge. We don't have to pick up our hugeness like going to shopping at Safeway. We are huge. We simply have to accept. Open and open in width. It's what I call the table plane. Open in width. Way beyond your hands. And surrender to that. And you're still there, but release. So much of the way we teach, and the way I teach, and everyone teaches differently, and we learn something from everybody, is the power of surrender. We try so hard to be tough. We try so hard to contend through life. We try so hard to act. Surrender. Yield. You don't have to contend. So when you open, what do? You yield to yourself. It's effortless. Like a child. A child is born. A child lies on the mat in the cradle in the bed with the palms up, open. Can you imagine what this is like? For those people in Toronto, I've had actors walk all the way down Yonge Street like this to see what it feels like. Now, what is that like? You can look at the world through your wrists, not just your hands. And you're there, but you release. In good acting, for every action, there is a release. Bad acting is action all the way. I got to say these things. I'm older. Bad acting is release, is action all the way. Never going to get a chance to release. Good acting is when you release into what? when you release into yourself, and you've done all that psychological, beautiful work where you've juggled around down there and you release into the character. But we must release. Good acting does not contain straight lines. Straight lines are dead ends. Straight lines are landing. Good acting has to do with curves, with figure eights, with going beyond. We're talking, you're listening to me. I know you're out there. You know I'm here. I have an inner life and an outer life. You have an inner life and an outer life. All of that in good acting is interplay. You don't have to understand what I'm saying. But for every action, there's a release. For every transmission, there's a receiving. So we're going to go through some swings. And in the swings, it's not a dance move. They're trying to find where are to begin with today, simply the actions and the release. So we're going to, remember, it's not an dance move, we're going to swing. Whoa! Hello, I'm back there. You see, to Tom. That is the action, right? Whoa! Then we let go. Whoa! Let go, everyone. Whoa! Release. Release. Let go. Let go. Take the chance. We know nothing. We know nothing. Let go. Release. Like a child. Now, the reason that we make a sound, and if you're in isolation, you can't just breathe, is because that guarantees that that is the action. Now, if we have an action and release all the way through this, we don't have our nervous breakdowns when we get to before 42. We don't have to go to the bar on Friday night because we're completely regenerating. And on stage, we want to feel that. We want to feel that action and release because we will live with you. And we will go to the mystery of you. So when we swing, and we're going to do a lot of swings this morning, but when we swing, there's all the same principle. Just go, meet yourself. Hello, hello, ho. And then you let go. What do you let go into? You let go into that place of in between. You let go into one of my favorite words, which is chaos. When you're swinging on a child, and your parents have pushed you, and you're swinging, and you get to that top of the swing, and you don't know whether you're going to go over, or you're going to go back, that point of chaos, that's where I love working with actors. That's when creation can happen. Because that requires such trust, of letting go what you know, of being willing to go into the unknown. So in all of these swings, there's chaos. Chaos. All right? So, let's go again. Whoa, chaos. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Yeah. Whoa. Let go. Whoa. I know nothing. Whoa. Chaos. Whoa. Who knows? Whoa. Comes to you. Whoa. Comes to you. Whoa. Hello back there. Whoa. Hello back there. Whoa. There's Tom. Whoa. There's Tom. I know nothing. Whoa. Let go. Whoa. 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 In your own time, whoa. You're just swinging. Whoa. And let it take care of you. Whoa. Feel your expansion because you're enormous human beings. Why not? Meet yourself. Breath. Open. A child is born. A child does not begin life with a cry. How can you cry without breath? A child receives. How can you act without receiving? How can you? What are you receiving right now? Where are you in your room? What is coming to you on the release? Looking is not this. When you're with your actors, with your partners, it's receiving. And that creates what's called spell. That creates charisma. We try so hard to be tough. Let it come to you. Breathe. Okay. So we're going to breathe in, which is the release, and out, which is the action. So we're going to swing it back. Hey. 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 And enjoy that. Hey. 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 You let go. Hey. 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 Release. Oh, but let go. It's gone. It's gone. Ah, it's gone. Oh, where's the chaos? Whoa, where's the nothing? Wow, imagine having the trust to be in that. Now, what are we swinging? We're swinging behind us. Where's our past? Our past is behind us. Our emotion is in width, and our past is behind us. So we're associating our free emotion with our past. For those people who know through the scenarios, it's the sustained and free. Whew. Stand in that. What kind of characters does that make you want to play? A character who is more in the past and more yielding to the past than the future. What kind of a rhythm is that? Your characters all have rhythms. We have all kinds of rhythms. Perhaps we're trying to put a child to sleep we're in this rhythm. But some people put their children to sleep. A different kind of rhythm. Okay, so now let's reverse it. So here's the action. Whoa, release. Whoa, 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 release to the future. Whoa, the future's ahead of you. Whoa, we know that people are like that. Whoa, let go of it. Whoa, 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 stay there. Whoa, let go. What kind of character does that make you? Where do you feel more comfortable? Ask yourself. Because you got to know about you. We are everywhere and everything is possible within us. But do you feel more comfortable in your future? Or do you feel more at home in your past? When you play a character, there's so many things. What is the relationship between your past and your future? Hey, this way. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey. 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 But think about everything as being enacting, and in this work, a figure eight that never stops. There is always a relationship between your past and your future. There is always a relationship between your thinking and coming to some sort of conclusion. There is always a relation between your strength and your lightness. And there is always a relationship between your free flow and your bound flow, your anger. And there's a swing between that. If the relationship between your past and your future are equal, then you are in the moment or in the present. How often has a director or a teacher said to you, live in the moment, live in the moment, live in the moment. I'm living in the moment. See how frozen I am? Living in the moment is when the past and the future are equal. Then we live in the moment. Breathe. We're going to swing into the earth now. Are you plunked upon the earth? We see actors plunked on stage. When we see people plunked on stage or on the earth or with their violin, we know we can just push them over, right? We know, right? Because I'm plunked, I'm here, I'm in the earth. I deserve to be in the earth. But if you let go, I want you to let your energy go below your feet. Way below, like a figure eight down there, and come back up to you. You're going to feel so much more in your body and in your legs. This is the swing. Hey, 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 hey. Let it go way down. There's no concrete block down there. It's the loop of a figure eight. Whoa! Bring up your body now. Whoa! 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 Back to this one. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Action, release. Whoa. Release. Transmitting. Let go. Whoa. Let go. Whoa. And it's moving. Whoa. Never stops. You're always moving like this. You just have to enter it. Way. Whoa. And we open up. Whoa. All of our reservoirs. Whoa. And whoa. And whoa. And whoa. Wah, and wah, and over, and wah, 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 wah. Now, if our transmitting and our receiving energy on stage, in a film set, in life, is equal, we don't get exhausted. We are immediately refurbished by ourselves. You don't have to plug in like a computer, get recharged. You are the charger. Because you can play Hamlet. All you young men and all you young women and all you older men and all you older women, get on and play Hamlet. Did you go through to the end of Hamlet and then say, oh, that was so great, I want to do it again right now, because you can. If your instrument is in tune, you can. Okay. Swing your right arm behind you and look back down onto the floor. What is that? You live there. You exist there. That's part of you. That's your part of your history. That's part of the character's history. Maybe you feel comfortable, maybe you don't. Just watch this for a moment. We're going to swing through like this. Hey! Hey! And we let go of it. Hey! Chaos! And everyone. Hey! 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 Gently wider. Whoa! Whoa! Now you live there. Whoa! That's not reaching because you're there. Whoa! 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 Other side. And swing. Whoa! 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 Good. Your body exists in a figure eight. It's below your ribcage. So often, we are corseted in ourselves. We tie ourselves up. We used to tie women up all the time. Men too, with armor. Remember, understand like this? And this part of our body is not accessible. All of these figure eights and all of these swings transfer through the midpoint of our body, our portal. When we get into the work, we discuss it. Here's the inner, there's the outer. Whoa, but it travels through us. So with this swing, whoa, travels through us. Whoa. Let's do it again. And this time release up. Whoa. 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 Then we're going to stay there. Put your right arm, left arm back, palm up. Put your lungs in your palm of your left hand. Breathe into that. Breathe into that beautiful place to the lower left back part of your torso and into your hand. And what you're swinging open is your mind. Stay there, drop your hand. Adjust your hips. Adjust your shoulders. Stay there and look straight ahead of you. And feel the softness of your focus, the width of your focus, and your spellbinding quality, which all actors want to have. You got passion. Most of us have got passion, but you have spell. The other side. We stay there. Left arm. Feel the diagonal running through your body. The figure eight is still happening. The movement is still happening. Nothing is static. Nothing is ever stopped. Nothing ever stops. You simply enter what you need, what your impulse is on stage, in character, in your life. Drop your arms. Adjust your hips. Adjust your shoulders and your head. And do you feel how you've opened this? These are spheres. Spheres all around us, spheres of energy from which you can not demand character, not grab character, and I hate the word build character because it's so deliberate and result oriented. You can allow the character to come to you. And in order to do that, we trust our introversion. We trust our yielding. We know that that's there. So why am I doing all this, right? What am I talking about? It's very hard to do this online in an hour and 15 minutes to sort of introduce you to the swings. And when I say the swings are just the beginning of the work, they are just the beginning. But we carry around in our lives so many knots, K-N-O-T-S. We carry around so much armor. And sometimes we needed that armor. We needed that armor in order to survive. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, there's nothing wrong with the knots. Where are they? Are they in your past? For some people, they're in their future. Are they in your emotional life? Are they in your brain? Are they in your history and your memory? Are they in your chest? Are they in your heart? Can you imagine how beautiful it would be if those knots started unraveling? Can you imagine how beautiful it would be if suddenly all of your potential was exposed to you? You're born, and you learn very quickly what works for you. There's nothing wrong with that. I learned, and I'm Tom. So I have this personality, and my name is Tom. And you get pretty used to me. My students know these are my shadow moves. These are shadow moves, my hands, everything, shadow moves, giving myself away. As characters give themselves away. But that's very limited. I want to write and direct and maybe even return to acting. And I want to bring into play those things that I never knew were possible. And how do I know what they are? Unless I'm willing to meet the resistance, unless I'm willing to meet the knots and let them gradually unfold You know, we try so hard in our lives to crash through, to break through the resistance. It doesn't work. You can't. And you can't jump over it, and you can't go underneath it, and you can't go around it on either side or bash through it, because guess what? It'll come right back in front of you. Easy to say. I find it very difficult. But to love the resistances, love those knots, because you know that they're there. Often we go through our lives and we don't even know we're there, but as artists, it behooves you to know that they're there. And you don't have to work with them my way, there's many ways. But knowing that they're there, not judging them, and it's amazing what can happen. Because with this work, with the Yat work, with the transformation work, with the character work, you truly are. You experience movement and feelings and sensations that you didn't know you had. They're not foreign. They're not put on. You're not putting on your hat or your boots to find your character. There's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine, right? But you're letting go to something inside of yourself which is going to inform you and is going to take you to, artsy word this, but transformation, and I don't care. So many actors, so much of us, I was an actor, right? We're afraid of definition because we're afraid definition is going to define us. This particular work, which believe me, I'm not trying to sell. I never advertise. It's, you know, if you're interested, come to it, right? As those people going to Penelope, as those people going to Aurora, as those people going to Lavinia, you find it. It's extremely detailed, but very free. It's funny about acting. If you come in with a violin, you know that instrument's going to take years to play. So often we're afraid of playing ourselves. So what do the swings do? The swings simply open up and take you in touch with some of the resistances that we need to know. I love it. I can hardly go back there. That's a hard time for me because that's where my blind grandfather, he brought me up. It's tough. There's something difficult there for me. I mean, that sounds psychological, but it's true. People walk. You know, you see people walk down Yonge Street or Dundas or, you know, in front of Oxford Circus, right? And you can see them carrying their history. It's kind of beautiful. You also see people dragged down by their history. Or you feel the bound flow, the shadow moves, the things that give them away, right? So what we're doing with the swings is we're simply trying to discover all of these things around us, which in fact are in us. We're going to swing through our body. We're going to meet ourselves back there, and then we're going to release all the way back like this. Whoa! Oh! It's a swing into chaos. Ready? And swing. Whoa! 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 Angle left. Whoa! Whoa! Feel the swing, the joy of the swing, the pleasure of the swing. Whoa! Angle right. Whoa! 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 Hey! 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 Look what you freed. Hey! 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 Reverse the breath. Hey! 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 Where do you feel more at home? Hey! 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 Let go. Hey! Release. Hey! It's gone. Hey! To the universe. Hello up there. Hello. It's gone. How often? Whoa! Whoa! Ha! Ha! This is related totally to acting. How often on stage do you say your line and wait for the other person to come up with the cue and say their line? That is so tedious. It's tedious. I see it all the time. Boom, 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 boom. You go through the other person. And there's a response. And there's music. But you have to be willing to let go. If I say to you, how old are you? That is the line in the play. I want to know an answer. But how many actors on stage interpret the line, how old are you? Hold on and wait for the response. The swings take us to the unknown. Hey, 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 other side. Hey, 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 both. Whoa, 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 whoa. Swing your legs and way swing them out. Whoa, what is that? Whoa, 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 the other side. Whoa, whoa. Swing is freedom. Swing is freedom. Whoa. Oh, because flow is the viscosity of freedom. Flow, which is emotion. Emotion is the liquid that's running through you. If you're in love, you feel your body as a liquid. You don't feel your bones. If you're standing in a room and you're jealous of somebody, it becomes bound. You feel the tightness of that liquid. Or you feel hatred. You feel great pride in your child or your mother. I mean, look, you can't do it like this. If a person is standing in a supermarket when they're allowed to stand in supermarkets again, and they're just standing there, you can feel, you can see their movement, even when they're standing still, because no one is ever really standing still, because the movement is interior. When you're cast in plays where you're in love, and we say there's no chemistry, it's because there's no movement. Because we're trying to love, we're trying to be free. We smile, right? You let go. The emotional freedom is releasing. The emotional flexibility of space, which is thought, is releasing. The emotional giving over to your body, which takes you to lightweight, is releasing. And the letting go to time, which is allowing the past to be part of you, not being pulled back into it, is releasing. Again, this time, hey, hey, and release. Hey, release. Hey, release. Way down there. Hey, the pleasure of that. Ah, whoa, and release. Whoa, next time we're going to stay there. Whoa, and release. But don't stay there. Go down there. Go down there. That's still moving. That's still moving. What is down there? It's just beautiful. Oh, down there. What is that? You're not standing on anything. Do not stand on the floor or on the stage. Go below it. What are you on? Are you on your ancestors? Are you in mud? What's down there? And it moves and it keeps coming up to you. And it informs you so you're not holding on. You're never holding on. As an actor, you never hold on. Something is always happening. When I first studied with Yat, he would send me to people. I had to watch Anthony Hopkins over and over again in order to understand how thoughtful he was. He would send me to a statue. I remember seeing Edith Cavell in some weird place in London in order to understand the movement of that statue, that movement of stability. The first person he worked with was
Sean Connery. Took 16 people to the work privately. I was the last of the one who was not famous. I had to watch Sean Connery to understand spell. What's going on down there? What's going on? It's moving. Other side. Whoa! 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 Let go. Whoa! Let go. Whoa! Let go. Let go. Now, how does that feel? How is that different than the other side? How is that different? We take nothing for granted. This is different for me. The sensation is different. The character is different. Stay there, but move your foot forward. And how do you experience the world? What is that character? How do you experience it? It is different. Go back again. Whoa! Stay there. Stay there. The movement below into the mud. Stay there for you. And how do you experience it? Take nothing for granted. I'm over here. Way over here. You experience me differently. I'm going to go over here. And you experience me differently. Where do you like me better? Maybe you don't like me. Where do you like me? Okay, do you like me better over here? Do you feel more comfortable with me here? Or do you feel more comfortable with me over here? And that may sound crazy. And wherever it is you feel more at home with me has nothing to do with me. Nothing whatsoever to do with me. It has to do with you. It has to do with you. Ask yourself, you know, when you go to a party, you go to people where you're allowed to go beyond the, for all those people who are not in Canada, it's not called the 6 feet, it's the hockey stick distance, right? When you'll be able to get closer than the hockey stick distance. Where do you like to be with them? Do you like, you know, ask yourself, do you like to talk to people on the left side or do you like to talk to people on the right side, you know? I've spent most of my life as a director, not a teacher, but it's kind of the same thing. And one of the first things I do, for instance, Saskatoon or Toronto, or I have a theater company in Spain. People walk in. I love watching them. The actors watch in. I see where they feel comfortable. And then I make damn sure I don't put them there. Because that's my job. To take them to the places where maybe they're not so comfortable. To make those places where they can't take anything for granted. And that's what we do. I mean, being an artist all our life, I don't care how you define it. My words may make no sense to you whatsoever. I don't really care. These are my words. Maybe they do. Find someone, you know, or find your own words that give you the possibility and the opportunity of living in a huge being and loving yourself, loving all. Swing your arms. Wow. 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 Open up right. Hey. Take it to the right. Hey, live up there too. All the way right. Hey. Angle back right. You live there. Straight back right. What's that about you? That's you. Left back. Hey. Angle left back. Hey. Left. Hey. Angle. Hey. And forward. Hey. And both. Hey. Hey. Now can your arms swing forward and your feet go back? Hey. 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 And to the left, back to the right. And left, back, right, back, 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 and feel the volume of what you created, your body. Feel that volume. And, hey, hello? Like you parachuted into your body. Do that again. Up into the sky. Oh, hello, Tom. Right? Wherever you are, right? Hello, looking for names. Okay, and again. Whoa, hello. Here I am. Release, I'm there. And 1, 2, whoa, 1, 2, whoa, swing, 2, whoa, 1, 2, whoa, we're gonna land right foot, we're gonna go right foot forward. Sorry, again. 1, 2, whoa, 1, 2, whoa, 1, 2, whoa, 1. And remember, stay there with your arms. So, what kind of a character do you want to play? What kind of a musical instrument are you? People live here. People prefer here. People live everywhere, but we all have preferences. Whether through choice, whether through history, whether through upbringing, whether through genetics, whether through circumstances. We need to find that when we're looking for character. What does that feel like? We're not making you want to play. Let's go back. But you're still there. You're still there, right? You're still there, so you might as well join it. Makes me feel a little bit like Johnny Depp. I don't look like Johnny Depp, it makes me feel a bit like Johnny Depp. Other side. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2. Left forward. 1, 2. Whoa. 1, 2. Whoa. 1, 2. Whoa. 1, 2. Whoa. Next time we're going to stay there. 2. Whoa. What's up? Immediately, sensation. What is the difference? Acting is based on sensation. Not showing us anything, not watching yourself. I haven't said don't listen to yourself, but what you can trust is sensation. What is the sensation, right? Of where you are in your body? How are you experiencing me when your head is tilted to your right shoulder? And yourself, how do you experience yourself? What is the figure 8 between you and me? Whew. Bring your head back, but imagine you're still there. There are people, characters who love being there. I'm still there. You see it in my fingers. To the left. How are you experiencing me now? Where do you feel more at home? I was watching the villain in the last episode of Doctor Who. Great villain, right? Stay there, draw your head up. He experienced the entire world like this from beginning to end. It was really fascinating. Okay, there we go. Let your head fall back. Look at me. How are you experiencing me through this vast distance towards Saskatoon? From back there. People look at the world from back there. Characters do. Even though their head is here. Stay there, but your head is up. How do you experience the world? How do you experience me? Put your head on your chest and look up at me. There's lots of people. I kind of like that. I feel safe. You'll feel different. Sensations are different. There are no rules, my God. Stay there, drop your head. And hopefully you can experience slightly different sensations. Breathe, breathe, breathe in depth, breathe in depth. We're going to just swing below. This is like, for those people who have done the work and some of the scenario work, and those people who are working with me on confluence of externalized drives, this is where the character is. Hey, the subconscious, the knowing of nothing to the drive. And all the time on stage, are you willing to let go to nothing and reinvent yourself time and time again? That's a swing. Wow. It's going to feel a bit awkward, what we're going to do in a moment, but try it anyway. Yeah. Here's the figure eight. Wow. Here's the inner. And here's the outer. Outer. Whoa. Inner. Wow. Inner. Whoa. Whoa. Leg. Whoa. Whoa. Now, do it wrong. Okay. Just very, very deliberately feel that figure eight. Your past, subconscious, coming to your center, your personality, your portal. Here's the world. Here's my motivation, my sense of wonder, my inspiration, what I want. And here is my action for the Stanislavski into the world and back into who I am. Whoa, everyone. Whoa, I know that's complicated. I don't care. Whoa. 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 Move it. Whoa. 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 Open. Feel how much more open you are, I hope. And release. And release, open forward. And feel the small of your back swinging open. Everything happens in opposition. Feel how huge that is. And release. Angle. Feel what that does to the sides of your torso in the back. Those are spheres, and release. And directly behind you, palms up, open your gut. Just let it really open. Open your gut. And the circle that we're opening around us is you, and release. And angle to the sides and the back. And release. Open into the stratosphere. Feel the breath in your heels. Feel that enormity of yourself. Because you're there and you're way below your heels. And up in front of you to the floor. And feel the breath between your shoulder blades. The base of the skull, the breath in the brain. You can breathe into your brain. Behind you, into the stratosphere. Feel the breath floating through your groin, down your legs, into your toes. Isn't that magnificent? I forget. And finally, behind you, into depth. And feel the breath opening your chest and your heart. Sometimes we treat our chest like armor. It's not armor. Swings open. Feel how it opens your throat and your larynx. And release. Feel the breath all around you. You are your breath. And you can exist within those elements of breath. Right knee above your left leg. Breathe in depth. Breathe into your butt. Feel the swing below you like this. And the other side. Swing it right there. Swing. Swing. Wow. Wow. Like all those Canadians walking through that huge wheat field, right? Way! Wow. 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 Yeah. Or the sunflowers in Ontario. And way! Whoa! 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 The freedom of the swing like a child. Whoa! Whoa! Other side and swing! Swing! Two! Wow! Swing! 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 Ankle right! Swing! Wow! 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 I know it feels like you're getting ready for a Broadway musical, but do it anyway. Whoa! Other side and swing! Wow! 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 Back and swing! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and swing! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 5 minutes just swing. Back to the beginning. Wing. Easy. Enjoy the breath. Whoa. See what's around you on the breath. Whoa. Bring it to you. Whoa. Nice and easy. Like a breeze, soft. Change the action and release and go all the way over. And whoa, 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 whoa. Swing out in depth behind you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Other side. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, now we're going to drop our arm right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Back into the swing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left and 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and both. 1, 2, 3, and again swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and open, and 1, 2, release, land into yourself. 1, 2, release. Hello there. 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 Wah, 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 wah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stand in there. Close your eyes. Listen to a sound outside the room, outside your apartment, outside of your environment, which is not your confinement, outside the pocket of yourself. Touch it with your ears, swing with it. Breathe with it. Open your eyes. Find something in your environment that you've never seen before. Find something in your environment that you love. Yield to that. Surrender to that. Thank you. All right. Well, I don't know how you feel. I don't know who you are. I just want to say that I love swinging. I love the sense of volume that I see in actors. I know this is a story I've used many times, but I've run theaters across the country, across Canada, equity theaters. And more than once, after bringing in people from Toronto or Vancouver or New York, the general managers come down to me and say, "What are you doing? We're paying you $600, a week here, $700. What are you spending an hour swinging for?" And all I know is that once I've swung with actors and they come into rehearsal, there's such an emotional freedom. There's such a sense of vulnerability and openness that that hour has entirely paid off. Doesn't matter how we do it or what we do. What matters is that we're vital and that we're alive and we know what our potential is. It doesn't mean that we have to show it. That's dumb. It means that we experience it. And if we experience it, then the actors that you're working with and your audience will experience that too. I mean, for some of you who maybe went to my website and you say, "Well, I don't believe in straight lines." I used to believe in straight lines. I don't believe in straight lines because straight lines end. I don't believe that acting or energy ever ends. That it is a curve. And that here I am. I mean, it's crazy. I know nothing about computers. I mean, thank God someone told me how to turn these things on. I don't even know who you guys are, but I feel you. I do. There's many, many people in this atmosphere at the moment. There's you. There's who you're trying to be, and there's how I'm perceiving you. There's your inner life, and there's your outer life. And I say this and I really mean it. I mean, in my own limited way, the one thing that interests me more than anything else, as a writer, as a director, as a teacher, as a lyricist, is what is the relationship between your inner and your outer life? Unless you're a saint, there is a relationship. And so often we forget that as actors. We forget that relationship, that negotiation, that place of in between, which I love, where you don't know anything, is so riveting and so exciting. I mean, we could decide just to do everything from the outer and be wonderful, old-fashioned British actors, and we all applaud how wonderful that is. Or we could just decide to do everything from the inner and be wonderful, truthful, but never moving beyond the limitless of what we know. Or we could be actors that transform. And in order to do that, we need to really address and consider what is our inner and outer life. What does this have to do with swinging? What it has to do with swinging is the swinging tries to free that. The swinging acknowledges that, so that we come out of it and we're alive. But it also takes us to those places that feel uncomfortable. I've often had people swing and suddenly, they burst into tears after 3 months. They just actually burst into tears. They don't know why. Or I've had people swing and suddenly they're laughing. Or they want nothing to do with me and walk out of the room. But it can affect you. The premise being that if all of our movement, and movement is thought, movement is emotion, as I said before, movement is deciding, movement is memory, movement is voice. If anything is revealed through our movement, then surely if we open up all of the movements that we are capable of within this magnificent instrument and play every note within our instrument, then those movements are going to change. And you're going to find yourself on stage or in a film or a street corner doing your thing in a piece of cardboard, change and say, oh my God, I didn't know that the world could be experienced this way. That's transformation. And I just want to finish by saying, it's my belief that that's our job. That our job is to be servants. Our job is to actually be able to experience the world from ourselves, not put it on. Because if we do, then there is a gift that we have, a portal that we don't need applause for, we don't need ego for. We're a vessel. Curves, spheres, limits, joys, expansion, that place of in between, that figure eight. Those are the kind of things that I try to address. The freeing of the knots, the taking us to new portals. And I guess more than anything in this time of isolation and sometimes of fear, that we don't have to live within the barriers of our world. We're not going out there. Sometimes I'm not going out there. I'm very vulnerable. I'm very compromised. But I'm not going to get crowded. I'm not going to be encaged. I'm not going to live within the trap of myself at the all possible. And what is magnificent is on stage is when we see people who are daring to do that. That doesn't mean that they're bigger than life. That means that they are life. That doesn't mean that they're indicating something that is huge. That means that they are huge. And you can find your hugeness in your quietness. You can find your passion in your quietness. You can find your loudness in your quietness. Okay.